Okay, let's make some noise for our host for tonight, Mr. Joey Bravo.
Whoa. This is the first time I've done an event like this. I'm usually really, really loud. But I don't think I should be loud at this one, right? I mean, I should be just clear and eloquent and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? I started in poetry when I was young. I know a lot of people know me as an MC. I do hip-hop music, and it started all with the base of poetry, which most of us who are MCs started with that. And basically, it's just a way of us expressing the words from our soul, man. We want to give you a window into our soul by expressing ourselves the way we do, like a wordsmith, right? So like a poet is like an artist is to a canvas. So we paint it with words. That's what we got going on here. Now, this is the very first poetry slam right here put together by Dart Productions. This is the Safe Place Poetry Slam. And this is really, really cool because a lot of people came together to help out in this. And we want to throw some shout outs to the sponsors: Z&T Cleaning Services, PlayNet App, Create Escape Sprinkler and Repair, and Digital Media by Marie. Also, clap real quick. Clap. You're good. Also, you got to make noise right here for my man Nicholas Arevalo. Did I say Nicholas? I would say all the funny names that I've given him, but I'm not going to do it on film. So, but this is a really wonderful event right here, and I'm really excited to see all these poets and hear what they have to say. But first off, we do have a sacrificial poet that's going to be hitting the stage, and this young man is going to give you the rules to all you judges right here, you three judges, all right? So you guys will know exactly what you're looking for, and then everybody out there will know exactly how this works, okay? So put your hands together for Mr. J. Looking smooth, brother. I should have brought one of those too, man. I should have dressed up nice.
This whole thing? Creatures of Southern Idaho, how are we? So, Isaac has asked me to explain the rules to the judges. First of all, 1, 2, 3, what makes you what's your name? Bryce, what makes you qualified? He asked you. Okay, he already stole that. You two can't say it. What's your name? You don't hear me?
Not anymore. Is your mic off?
Check. That is a sensitive mic. What is your name again? She volunteered. None of you are experts. What's your name? Eric. What makes you, give me a second. Am I dead again? Yeah, you are dead again. If you can just talk. All right. What is your name again? Eric. I'm going to give you a second. You got something? What makes you qualified to judge tonight?
I watched a lot of YouTube videos.
There you go! Okay, so this is how this works. Typically there are 3 rounds. The poets come up here and they present their poems. Each poet has 3 minutes and a 15-second grace period. If the poet goes over the 3:15, you take off 1 point for each 10 seconds. Audience, it is your job. So if they come up here and say, so-and-so got a score of 25 but minus 2 points because they went over, you say, don't ruin it for all of us. Let's try it out. So-and-so went over 10 seconds. Don't ruin it for all of us. Thank you so much. And typically at the beginning of poetry slams, I give a short history about poetry slams, and no one gives a shit about that. So, you stop me and say, nobody cares. So here we go. Poetry slam. No, let's start. Let's start. This is a touchy crowd. You don't even know what I was going to say. All right, let's try it again. Poetry slams began in Chicago in 1975 when a construction worker. Nobody cares. There you go. someone come up here and share a poem so the first poet doesn't have a disadvantage. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we're going to spill some blood tonight. I have a poem I actually wrote about Southern Idaho. Here we go.
Be nice.
I will. Just kidding. All right.
Nobody cares.
All right. Here we go. This is titled North. The desert in southern Idaho is endless. Clouds, sagebrush, dirt, forever, endless. There is no horizon. It's so beautiful that if you look too long, the insignificance that is you becomes so obvious, you become so small. If you're not careful, the empty space will cause you to lose your mind. Don't stare. Your heart will break if you do. It will drain you of all your hope. The desert is north from where I stand, and you already broke my heart. And I haven't heard from you or seen you in 2 weeks. And I do all I can not to look north, because I may disappear if I do. There's not much left of me in this endless desert, and it may swallow me, and its beauty will be all that is left. If you hear something, okay, let's talk about scores. I apologize. It's a 1 to 10, guys, okay? 1 is so bad you want to throw your chair at them. 10 is so bad it's like you have a brain orgasm, all right? 1 to 10, okay? And you don't have to do 5. You can do that's about a 5.3. You know what I'm saying? You can get pretentious. It's all good. All right, so go ahead. Let's have you guys score me so the next poet doesn't have to be the first poet to score. And I think Mr. Bravo will collect scores. I don't know. I did my part, so I'm going to.
So we're having mic troubles. I mean, if we could all just keep it down, and I'm sure we could hear if they project loud enough.
Don't hear out loud.
So I gave all the poets numbers earlier, so everybody has their numbers. We're gonna pull a number. Oh, actually, 1 through 15, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if we could get number 1 up here, whoever got number 1.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Or we're not going to speak.
No. All right. Whenever you're ready.
Alright. This is called I Got Beef. I got beef within the cult of healthy living. Mighty militants are unforgiving and pray to themselves, Thanksgiving! This feast is squash, carrots, peas, brainwash, and they say to deteriorate. Don't mind the lowered birth rate, a morbid time to gestate. Hey, I just ate! They suggest we castrate every male classmate, a reverse psychology, brutal Roman mythology, force-fed dipapology. You are, or you're not, a stupid tautology, stuffed with the cruelty-free gills. I know, take more pills, it's all for the frills. Take my money, you corporate shills. Plead innocence, humane, have humanity. Maybe try less tantrum profanity, and I would listen to your insanity. What you have is self-righteous vanity. He does not like you, Christianity. Thou shalt not kill. But please, have an abortion. Here's the bill. And when you're done with all your beyond plastic, just throw it in a landfill.
Last time I went to one of these, Mr. J had me thinking that every time we come up here, we don't clap. We do this instead, right?
Like if you're in a poem, you don't want to interrupt them, you do this.
But you do it at the
When
end,
they're
right?
done, if it's your poem, go crazy.
Okay, there you go. So that's how it goes. So if you hear something that they say, you're like, ooh, that was good. One of these, all right? But if at the end of it, when they're done, you'd be like, yeah, then scream and do all the stuff that you want to do. There you go, like Mr. J over there, all right? So we got number 2 coming up to the stage. I don't know the names. I'm just saying number 2. Who's number 2?
Number 2.
What's your name, young lady? Madison is on the stage. Make some noise.
When I look in your eyes, I see a colorful abyss of thought and feeling, oftentimes aroused by anger and longing. You wrap me in an ocean of your love, and for that moment, I let the tide glide over me. For right now, it's only us and the ocean. When I close my eyes, I hear deep breathing of the pounding waves crashing over the sleek sand, washing away all regret, sadness that hides within. And in this chance, we are only human. Our insecurities peek out of the water like sharp bodies hidden below, covered only by a thin layer of algae and false sense of pride. It is now we must be careful not to get carried out to sea. As the hot sun which has heated our bodies begins to dive into a slumber, we are left with but a howling wind and a dark chill that reminds us it is time to go.
I'm gonna keep working out, man. Going up like a center, man. Yeah. So who's number 3? Number 3, what's your name? Oh, Cassandra Mendez. Let's go!
Check, 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 check. Yeah, I got a battery.
You got a microphone.
I spilled my drink before I got up here, so that shows my nerves right now. Sorry. Get my wiggles out. Hi, everybody. I don't have to do like an intro or anything, right? Like, I just go with it? Okay, cool. I'm falling. I've fallen to my knees. I'm begging. I beg you, please. I can't handle it if you leave. I can't take it. Just please, please don't leave me. I can feel my soul and it's begun to bleed, sliced open at the seams by the past where my loved one is deceased. I can't breathe. My chest has begun to heave, heavy breathing, clenched teeth. I feel it cracking. I can't believe this event is now on repeat in my personal history. I beg and I plead to a deity that I no longer believe to be on my team. It feels like I've fallen from the rooftops of expectation. They expect me to fall back on my feet with no hesitation. But instead, I fall off. I fall hard. I fall fast, given up. I'll take last, no longer bracing myself for impact. If I hit the ground, at least I know I'll pray for a sweet release, instead of a drawn-out lesson over years to try and set me free. Half a decade of slowly poisoning the temple that I reside within. Every time the interview turned interrogation has my head spinning. My ears are bleeding. My eyes are seeking. Where is the escape? Where is my escape? Where is my finish line, and where will I meet my fate? I am a lover, not a fighter, but now my heart is filled with hate. The rage is a burning wildfire. There's endless tears from internal pain. The flames are at my doorstep, so my efforts are shot to use the water like rain.
Oh, yeah. Just a bit of advice. If this is your first time coming up on stage to do something like this, just know that I'm nervous too. I've never done anything like this before, and I got butterflies in my stomach right now. No, it's not a beer gut. Well, part beer gut, part butterflies. But we got number 4 coming up here. Who's number 4? What's your name? And Kiki is coming up to the stage. Make some noise.
He said exactly what I need to hear, because this is my first time too. This is called Palace. Someday I'm going to teach my daughter how to make a home out of her body, because I know what it's like to feel like a drab apartment I cannot wait to move out of. A quaint little place I managed to make nice for a few compliments, but the guests never see the draft in the attic, or the mess in the bedroom, the cracked mirror in the bathroom. I undress and never look at myself, as if disarray will right itself if you just ignore the mess and walk out of the room, or cover up the damage with welcome mats and Christmas lights. When I was 14, I learned to camouflage myself because a group of kids make me feel like an unfinished construction site. And at 16, the crew caught up so fast they left cracks in the cement. So doors remained locked and curtains stay shut. There will be no open house until it gets fixed. Can it ever be fixed? There's a lump in the middle of my living room that I trip over when I try to avoid it. People say there's nothing wrong, but let's be honest. Everyone has something they wish to change. Mold in the bathroom, a shade of paint, the size of their attic or basement. The problem really isn't my residence. I realize that now, but it's been so long it's hard to see a palace out of a place I so easily called the slums. So to my sweet baby girl, not here yet but still so loved, you are a palace, you are art, you are beautiful, and don't you dare think anything different.
Did you hear those snaps in between your poem? That means they really liked it. So good job up here. All right, so we got another contestant coming up here. Is my good friend right here, one of my brothers right here, Sergio Alada right here. And please put your hands together for this young man right here.
I appreciate everybody coming out this evening. I'm a little nervous. I haven't done one of these in a long time. My name is Serge. Some people call me Sergio. Other people call me Surgical. Some people call me Surgicalian, the $1 million non-Italian stallion. You call me whatever you want. I'm just here to spread love, share peace, share time and space with everybody. I appreciate each and every one of you right now. It's important in life to remember that no matter what we go through, there comes a time when you realize that you are not alone. And you are far more capable and powerful when it comes to overcoming all your obstacles. So even if I do become a voice that calls out to you from beyond, just know that I gave it my all until my time was gone. They say a journey begins with one step, same as the life that began with one breath. And I would stop to breathe, but I gotta speak my piece. This rhythm's what I need and what makes me so unique, so I talk to you. I bottle thoughts like I kept them in a box and shoved them in a corner with a lock. Keep the bottle on the shelf, cause the sipping never helps. I learned to love myself before loving somebody else, and that's real shit. These thoughts I try to hide, I keep them deep inside, but then the rhythm vibes and then I'll feel all right. I found myself as I was floating through the smoke, trying not to choke and give up hope. You trying to hold me down, but homie, what's the deal? I'm moving through fast, and I ain't trying to yield. I keep my eyes wide so I can find my spot, smoking all the time to try to calm my thoughts. A penny for them all, but it's not about the money. Peace to all the people that try to come take it from me. Never place blame when taking all these chances. I'm trying to make change while searching for these answers. Shit. I play the game staying focused on my day-to-day and never pay attention to what haters say. Talking all the nonsense, trying to prove a point. I tap into my conscience and try to move these joints. Trying to find the right words to strike the right nerves. Trying to find peace amid the grief, and I'm still right here. You remember that one time I might have lost some weight? Saw the devil to his face, and I told him not today. I've been sober all these days, and all I gotta say, it brings a smile to my heart just to see your pretty face. I gotta pay the bills, I gotta meet demands, so that I could go fulfill this inner need to understand. Want you to talk to me. You feel me? Because we're all human beings here, right? We're all here to get money. We all get up and go do what we gotta do on a daily basis. For the most part, we just wanna leave something behind, something that lasts, something that's much bigger than us. Because this life is about giving a fuck. We all wanna leave this world a better place than we found it. This life isn't about giving up. It's about hope. It's about moving forward. It's about growth. It's about prosperity. It's about holding on to the things that grow you and letting go to the things that slow you. It's about making sure the decisions you make positively affect the loved ones around you. It's about being humble. It's about being consistently conscious and deliberately motivated to be present within every aspect of your human being. It's about taking consideration the perspective of others. It's about moving in the right direction. It's about prayer. It's about meditation. It's about unity. It's about community. It's about following your heart and sticking to your goals and staying determined and sticking to your goals. It's about truth and honesty and being real with one another. And for me, until the end of motherfucking time, until my time is gone, it's been about love, y'all. And motherfucker, that's real.
Mic is working. Oh, and it works and then it doesn't work. It's surprising, right? Y'all like that? Yeah, make some noise. We got number 6 coming up here. Who's number 6? Yeah. What's your name? What's your name? Oh, here we go. It's Hope. Make some noise for Hope. On the mic.
I've never read in front of anyone, so yes, I do wear Hello Kitty t-shirts and ripped jeans with holes reaching above the knees, and yes, my attire is considered distracting. How does a grown man tell me my eyes are provoking him? Am I showing too much or just enough to justify your need to sexualize little girls? I'm sorry, Miss Jones, I should have assumed the teachers you hired wouldn't like my shoulders, but it's not very cute, little girl, of me to point out you're defending of pedophiles, is it? Is it, Miss Jones? It's disrespectful that I have the nerve to report a grown adult looking at my chest through my Nickelodeon tank top, but it's okay for him to say it's distracting, right? Miss Jones, it's okay for a man 2 feet taller than me and double my weight express his attraction to a child? You, Miss Jones, are why classrooms aren't safe and never will be. You look survivors at the age of 13 in the eyes and ask, well, what were you wearing? I don't remember what I was wearing, Miss Jones. I remember begging and pleading for it to stop, but you choose the attacker over the survivor, right? Whether it was a sweatshirt and overalls, it's my fault, right, Miss Jones? Thank you.
It takes strength to give people a window into your soul. It really does. So put your hands together one more time, please. All right, we got number 7. Who's number 7? Oh, snap. Let's hear it for Zach Tyler. Hold it. Can I hold it?
I might just walk up on it.
There you go, because you're tall. There you go, buddy.
I ain't Will the Still Chamberlain. Come on, bro. Sorry, I'm a bit unorganized. Anyway, shadows. We used to chase the moon so we could play around with stars until the sun stole all the fun. We were the dark. Some of us fade away. We only came to play a bit when shadows dance with shadows. Yeah, shadows dance with shadows. Like dim prisms of light, we were made to fight to shine, and everything seemed so dismal in this life. Another spark across the sky just had to die, like a tear falling from eyes, and then the shine is wiped away, and shadows dance with shadows. Yeah, shadows dance with shadows. When love makers seem intimate, others melancholy sentiments, a wish for bliss, with knowledge that all of this is so quickly lived, the ending is inevitable. Mm-hmm. Yeah, shadows dance with shadows. If all the world's a stage, then why does this seem so real? The life we live, the way we feel, the devils play to make their deals, but our hearts have been sealed before. And shadows dance with shadows. Yeah, shadows dance with shadows. Tomorrow's never promised. So how do we die? How did they remember us? How did they live after us? And where do we go from there? Because shadows dance with shadows. Yeah. Shadows dance with shadows.
All right, we got number 8 coming up to the stage. Who's number 8? Ocho. What's your name, brother? Kason to the stage. Make some noise. You want it up? You want to hold it? Okay, there you go, brother.
Hello, everybody. This actually I wrote in the recording room at Dart Productions. I was trying to
I was trying to, write some lyrics for a beat that was being made by DeMar, so. Anyway, it's about the forest of life. I conceptualize my mind as a forest, so here it goes. Close your eyes and cry. Let part of your mind die. Emotions fly high. Stay close to the ground. Try. Why lie? Let part of my mind hide from the other side that pushes me bonsai. It crushes me by and by. A wry knife, feelings that open me up. Why? I stoke and I ride high while part of my mind dies. I go low and see to see from weeds grow. Curse fruit I need though to let create flow. I don't know how ghosts roam inside my windows. I've been thrown before, but never to heed those. Yeah, never, but he knows. Sometimes his soul loathes me in heat with seek clothes, but pick at my weak foes. I need those to show me where meat rots, the spots where plenty of thoughts flock. I take stock and then I throw myself off of the dock. Impossible clocks talk to tick my blood clots. Mock blocks that keep energy flow low. I lose hope thinking I'm broke eternally. Nocturnal's the only before I turn I be. I hate myself. Swerve to observe them externally. Eternally, Ferno is what I got waiting be. I slink into my chair and use that channel Turner. See, you look at me changing the world as my sure destiny, but comfort is here, whispering near is testing me. Correct check two, the Mick is my mistress. She leaves me in distress, thinking I missed yeses that were sent to me by plenty of universal obscure entities. Entropy, tripping me up mentally. Resentfully and anger's got 5 friends in me. All I know is listen to the melodical, methodical masterpiece. And clarity that fills the space between me and my destiny. Like running through trees with pieces of me stuck in the sap, it's clean. All of these cracks pristine, prestige, and filling in gaps and depths that lack a bottom or a happy gleam. A glimmering tapestry or reflection of mastery. Imperfect like the potpourri wax, it stacks the scent of facts that form from lackluster barriers. In fact, the stinking stench I'm haunted by is in them. Taunted by the image of fossilized falsities like niceties that ease my soul but tease the hole that's growing in me like these wooden effigies where creatures make their home and hide from the horrors outside. What's in my mind hunts what's deep within, rings of age and experience that become shells of things meant to trip me when the time is right and crush me in the hide of life, designed to interrupt and absorb the light so I can't see the rays, the ways that I'm okay and hated by the me that I've creatively denigrated, masqueraded and marinated in suffering, so much so that I've become the foe, an accidental centerfold that's accruing mold from regular meetings of untold happenings like I'm not even here for passion anymore. I'm so low on the serotonin totem pole, I got a dopamines of breathing through a chokehold. It's so cold.
Holy moly, that was good. All right, who we got? Number 9. Who's number 9? Number 9? Oh, okay. What's your name, my man? Rick. Make some noise for Rick! Ray? Ray! Yay!
I don't know if you guys can see this, but most of my stuff is made in a shape of some sort to illustrate what's going on in the story. Does that look like an atomic bomb to anybody? Okay, so this is the personification of an atomic blast. It's called Refractions That Jack Built. He's the weapons-grade jack of all trades, hidden Jekylls and spades, juggling his blades, jester jackal juggernaut on tirade. Try to spot him in the parade. His illusions cause refractions to delay. Don't look away. You'll die caught in the dichotomy portrayed. Half a deck is all he needs to cascade your head with his poison brand of Kool-Aid. Kaleidoscopically you'll fade, foreheating thought by thought, steadily fed into the gray. No escaping the event horizon of the prismatic surprises imprisoning your brain. Once you fall in, you're the definitive division, supernova collision, disposal of the black hole incinerator, wade toward the light, slide a hand out of sight, no cards left in play, derided in decay, out the other end of the incinerator. Now you'll see me never later. Hawking regenerator doesn't matter to antimatter. You cancel out, cease to exist when encountering witness to the Black Hawk Jack refractions of the doppelganger twist. Bye-bye remainder, click clack radiator reiterator, rest decrease to oblivion, renege on the respirator, raid, renegade, poof.
Make some noise for Ray! I got it right this time. All right, who we got? Number 10. That's it? 15-minute intermission, I guess. Okay. The judges are going to tally up the scores here to see who we got moving up to the second round. Now, since there is a 15-minute intermission, you guys mind doing a little exercise with me? You guys mind? No? Yeah? Do you guys mind it? No? Everybody's like, I don't want to exercise. I came here to sit down and relax. It's okay. You can do it while you're sitting down relaxing. Okay, do me a favor, every single one of you right now. Yell at the top of your lungs, but not like where I could hear you in your mind. Just yell really loud. When I count to 3, all of you yell inside. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right? You see how none of us heard it, but you heard it, right? Y'all heard it, right? You heard it, right? Yeah, you're like, damn, that was loud. You're probably cursing up in there too, huh? Okay, that right there is your inner soul. That's your inner being. That's you. That's the person that's always with you, that was born with you, that's gonna go with you when you go on to the other side. That's it. That's the one. Sometimes we have people that tell us we can't do something, and they tell us we can't do it because they have fear blocking them. They say that fear is hiding some of the most beautiful things on the other side. All right? And so you have to use that voice to make sure you walk hand in hand with that voice. You got to walk hand in hand with that voice so that way you could be strong as a unit, right? The physical form as well as the mental form. That's why when people say, hey, man, I work out. Yeah, you work out, but are you mentally strong as well? You should be. You should figure out a way to be mentally strong. We all have our methods and our ways of doing these things, right? It takes me a while sometimes to do that. I have friends in here that I talk to, and they know what I'm talking about. Sometimes I'm at my lowest point, but you know who brings me back up? This guy in here. But only because I figured out a way to do it. I figured out a method of doing it. And it happens to be with words. Like all these poets that come up on stage here, they're giving you a nice little window to stare into their soul. A little glimpse of it, you know? A little glimpse of what they can give you. Maybe they can help you with something. Maybe you're having some sort of a issue and you're thinking to yourself, man, this is rough. And then somebody says that one thing, you know, when you start snapping, you're like, that's the thing, right? That's what they did for you. They helped you out, right? So we become one. Now, sometimes I go back into the past, not because I want to stick in the past, but because I want to reference the lessons of the past. That's what we should do. We should never go back to the past and be like, that's where I'm at, that's what I did, that's it. That's it for me. That's it. No, the past is just the past. That's why it's there. You just go back to reference the lessons and then you come back. So sometimes when I'm at my lowest point, I got to go back and I got to read the stuff that I said. Read the things that I've said that helped me through this hard time, through this dark time. And so like I told you, every MC, every talented MC starts with poetry. That's the base. We all start by rhyming words together and creating different types of poetry, whether it's a haiku, whether it's just a regular ABC type of rhyme. You know what I mean? But we do that to help us through whatever hard time we're struggling with. We want to give you a picture of, I guess, society at that point, or how we're viewing society, right? It's just like poetry, right? Right? All right? So I'm going to give you a little sample of something like this. I had a really, really dark time in my past where it's really hard for me to come out of it. So I wrote something to help me out because, again, I had to be in tune with that inner being to make sure that I was going to move forward with whatever was going to be put in my place. So I wrote something, and as I was writing it, I wrote it to my children because I wanted to make sure if they ever reached that point, they knew how to get away from that or get out of that spot. And I was talking to Serge earlier, and I said, you know, sometimes creatives, sometimes people that create things, sometimes we're in the darkest places only because we're there for a reason. So that way we know how it is to be in the darkness and come back out to the light. So we want to be able to help those as well who are in the darkness and bring you back to the light. And with that being said, I'm going to tell you something real quick. And it goes like this. These demons, they've been knocking at my noggin, got me bobbing and weaving, playing the part of a dope on a rope. Got a tote just to cope, but I'm praying for hope. Grasping my chest and I feel like I choke. So I'm grabbing a mic and exposing my life, and it cuts like a knife, but I'm not giving in to this fight. My soul is the glow that's projecting the light, and it's bright, will ignite the flame, turn into electrolytes in my veins, and it's fueling my faith. Gotta release all the chains and the pain, find my way through the rain while I'm trying to remain sane. Can't do it if I'm doing the same thing, trying to rearrange and change lanes, start over again, begin to rebuild from within, and my aim is to win. And that's what I said there. This is my first time ever hosting a poetry slam, so thanks to Isaac and Dart Productions, I really appreciate it. I never said that version there in public, but again, I created this to help me out through a dark time, but while I was creating it, I wrote it for my kids. And at the end of the day, whether they're my blood, they're my children, whether it's just family, friends, or all of you out here, I hope that anything that I say, or that we all say up here, that we come up here and express ourselves, help you out through any dark time that you're facing. So much love, man. We're having a little intermission, and we'll get reports up here.